Welcome to CBT News with Cheyenne Malone.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to CBT News. I'm Cheyenne Malone. Thanks so much for watching. And now here's today's top stories.
Auto credit accessibility continued to improve last month, even as multiple factors worsened for buyers. According to Cox Automotive, auto credit access rose 1.1% in March, repeating previous gains made in February. The 2 months of sustained improvement were driven by an increase in approval rates in subprime shares. Lenders were especially lax with loans for certified pre-owned vehicles, despite remaining cautions towards used vehicle purchases from independent dealers. Auto insurance costs have surged without any sign of slowing down for the last 3 years, offsetting affordability improvements gained by falling car prices. Data suggests that insurance premiums have rapidly outpaced inflation, climbing 22.2% between 2023 and 2024 alone. The number marks the sharpest increase since the 1970s, negating new and used vehicle price declines. Kelley Blue Book now forecasts that insurance premiums will account for 26% of total cost of vehicle ownership in 2024, up from just 16% in 2019. China is heavily ramping up electric vehicle exports and international manufacturing, raising concerns among global automakers. New research indicates that Chinese EV exports have risen so fast that the country's car brands have forced to acquire more cargo vessels to sustain shipments. The data suggests that if growth continues unchecked, China's car carrier fleet may rise from the 8th largest to the 4th largest in as little as 4 years. Meanwhile, Stellantis CEO Carlos Tavares has warned the Italian government that welcoming Chinese auto brands would lead his company to close plants in the country. Italy's lawmakers have recently revealed efforts to secure a manufacturing deal with Chinese car brands, including Chery Auto. Tesla owners can now earn thousands of dollars in discounts off a Ford Mach-E thanks to a new policy that allows buyers to stack incentives. The Blue Oval brand recently introduced its Tesla Competitive Conquest Bonus Cash discounts, which offer Tesla customers $1,500 off their purchase of any Mach-E edition. Cars Direct now reports that this deal can be combined with various incentives, such as a $8,500 discount for leases and a $3,000 discount for the Mach-E GT, resulting in a total maximum discount of $10,000. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with Glenn Pash, CEO of PCG Digital, to discuss top marketing practices to elevate the customer experience.
CBT News is expanding its reach like never before and is launching in over 70 million broadcasting households. Whether you have Roku, Apple TV, or a mobile device running on Android or iOS, you can now enjoy our engaging, in-depth interviews with dealers, automakers, trade associations, best-selling authors, motivational speakers, and so much more, whenever and wherever you are. Simply search CBT News in the App Store of your smart TV.
In your opinion, should all dealers be on social media and all of the popular channels that are out there, LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube? I mean, is that something that's pretty much a standard that you recommend to clients, or does it depend on the brand that they're selling, maybe the market that they're in? Are there different factors involved in that, or do you recommend that if there's a social media platform out there, the common ones, you should be on them?
Yeah, I think you have to start. Social media is where people spend a majority of their time. They're always on their phones. They're always on these platforms. So you have to look at it and say, where is my audience? But most people now, everybody can, you can't peg a car to say, well, only this group buys this vehicle.
I know.
That's it. So you have to look at it and say, well, where are the big ones? So Facebook and Instagram are probably the biggest ones. And we would say start there with a strategy of going back originally to the beginning of the conversation of who are you, right? It's not the vehicle, because now I can get that vehicle at 3 places. But if I go online, or I'm seeing that these are great people, they're fun, they're part of the community, I might lean towards that. I'd rather you master one and feel comfortable with one than trying to do all of them. Some people are very good now at TikTok, but that takes a dealership that's posting a lot, and it's
Yeah.
a different strategy.
That's right.
So I would recommend to dealers that, yes, you're there, but I talk to your staff, because I will guarantee you someone in your dealership is making TikTok videos,
Yeah,
and they're
for
good
sure.
at it.
For sure.
So ask them if they want to help you with yours. Same thing with Facebook or whatever. Twitter is an odd one. I don't think Twitter, like for me, I don't see dealerships on Twitter a lot.
Yeah.
LinkedIn, again, there's a different strategy that I would use for LinkedIn versus, videos and TikTok and YouTube. But absolutely, you got to be there, because that's where the eyeballs are.
And you can watch this full interview right here at cbtnews.com. Well, that wraps up our show for today, but we do invite you right back here tomorrow morning on cbtnews.com. And remember, you can stay up to date with the most recent news and trends influencing the retail automotive industry by following us on TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. And now you can find CBTs in over 70 million broadcasting households. We're on Roku, Apple TV, Android, and iOS devices. Simply search CBT News in the App Store on your smartphone or device, and you can watch our programming whenever, wherever. I'm Cheyenne Malone. Thanks so much for watching. You have a good one.
CBT News, your #1 resource for auto industry news and content.